Hi there and welcome to another episode of Singing Teacher Reacts, proudly brought to you by Vox Singing Academy. My name is Peter Vox and I am the director and principal teacher of Vox Singing Academy, which was established in 1993 here in beautiful Melbourne, Australia. If we could help you or someone that you know with their singing, we'd be absolutely honoured. We have numerous studios here in Melbourne with both male and female teachers. We also give online singing lessons 7 days a week worldwide. And if private face-to-face singing lessons aren't your thing, please check out the Ultimate Online Singing Course. All of this is in the links below for more info. If you like this channel, please give us a thumbs up, a like, and a subscribe to keep up with other great videos. If you have any comments, put them in the comments below. It's always great hearing from everyone all around the world. It's a great community that we're building up here. If you want me to react to a video, please put it in the comments with a link to the video as well too. And if I get enough likes, enough people wanting that particular video, I will do a video for it. Now, I'm doing something a little bit different today. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to do it today. Joe messaged me. Now, Joe is living in the UK, and I'm going to be saying in London. Joe has a daughter. Her name is Llana or Llana, one of the two. I don't know how to exactly say that, but let's just call her Leona now. And Leona is, I'm going to be saying 13 or 14 years old. I'm going to be saying about 13. And Joe wants to get Leona into the Brit School of Performing Arts, and obviously Adele, Leona Lewis Amy Winehouse went to this particular school. And she wanted me to check out some of Leona's videos of her singing. Now, obviously, she's a very young girl, and I said, okay, look, what about I do a reaction video to it, and can give your daughter some tips that way. I think that will be the most constructive way to do it, if you don't mind me doing that. And she said, yep. So here I am. Okay, so Leona is singing Reflections, and it's a Disney cover from, I'm not quite sure what movie it's from. It eludes me now, but it's a Disney cover, and let's just get sort of straight into this and have a listen to it, and I'll give Leona some tips about her voice and hopefully can get her into the Brit School of Performing Arts, and maybe she'll be a big star in the future like Amy Winehouse. I love Amy Winehouse, love Adele as well. Okay, let's have a listen.
You seeing what he's doing? Look at me. I never passed for a perfect bride or a perfect daughter. Can it be? I'm not meant to play this part. Now I see that if I were truly to be myself, I would break my family's heart. Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? Why is my reflection someone I...
All right, I'll just stop it there, just while I've got some thoughts in my mind about that performance. Now, it's so far, it's as you can probably hear and see, it's very good. This girl definitely has some chops and has some talent, without a doubt. And if she puts the work in, I think she could be a huge star. She has a very natural, a beautiful natural tone, going in between her ranges very well. So started off the song very low and has gone into the middle to higher range here quite easily. The points that I want to give Llana today would be, now I know she's singing this quite relaxed. She looks like she's sitting at the breakfast table. She's got there's a cat bowl behind her there. I would like to see her standing up, getting her posture a little bit straight. Her posture's a little bit sort of like forward like this. So standing up, getting the posture nice and straight. And I know that she was talking to, I think, her dad or someone at the start of it, and really trying to feel the song, really trying to connect with the song and really feel the emotion of the song and what it's about. And even if you're not, even if you don't feel, if you don't have a connection to the song, try to think of one or two words that will make you have a connection to it, like maybe happiness or joy or sadness or whatever it might be. That's one point that I'd really like to say here is feel the song. Leona obviously knows the song very, very well, knows the lyrics inside out, back to front, which is absolutely fantastic. It sounds like she's singing along with the person at the moment, which is great. It's really great to practice and to do that when you're learning songs, so that you've got a soundboard to follow along to, and you can really learn a lot of skills from that. So it's really great what she is doing here. The one big point that I can say is, yes, well, that's not the one big point, but standing up, focusing on your breathing, getting the posture just a little bit straighter. Your diaphragm is going to really react a lot better, and that's where you breathe from if you're standing up, because when you're standing up, your core has to activate. More so than when you're sitting down, and maybe even at this posture, the core might not be activating as well. So when you stand up, you naturally have to activate your core, because your core keeps you upright from you falling over. So it's a lot better to stand up, or if you're sitting down like I am, try to be straight if you're sitting down. Try not to sort of hunch over, particularly for those keyboard players and those piano players. Try to keep a nice straight posture. I've got a couple of react videos to Freddie Mercury from Queen here, and check those out, because he's very straight. Even though he leans forward, his upper torso is straight. Sorry, I've got a squeaky chair here. His upper torso is straight. So watch those videos, and his posture is really great when he does sing. That's Freddie Mercury. So check those out in the reaction videos. Now, the one point, the big point that's going to make a huge difference on Leona's voice is two things. It's a split right here. Now, I haven't watched the whole clip. I'm only halfway through it, but I'll give Leona this tip right now. This is the big one. This is going to really improve her voice immensely if Leona does this. And I'm sure that she will. And I'm sure that Leona's going to go on to bigger and better things, and her voice is going to improve immensely if she does this. Leona needs to look into a mirror when she's practicing her singing and her scales. At the moment, I'm going to be predicting that she's not. And if she is looking into the mirror, she's not looking at her mouth. Leona needs to look at her mouth. Your mouth does the articulation, pronunciation, and diction of all notes. So if you're not using your mouth properly, now Leona's mouth is working well, but it needs to go to a couple of different mouth places. Sometimes it's overshooting some vowels, and sometimes it's undershooting the vowel. Now, there are only 5 vowels. There are only 5 things that you can sing. You can't sing a syllable or a consonant. You can only sing 5 vowels. E, I, O, U. So even if you're singing, let it be, I'm singing, let it be. I'm not singing a syllable or consonant. So they're the only things that you can hold. They're the only things that your voice and the sounds that your voice can make, okay? The syllables and consonants are just hundredths of a second that are just chucked in between all of the words, if that makes sense. Now, Leona just needs to look into the mirror and use her mouth more. Now, I do have a video that's on another YouTube channel called the 5 Minute Singer Ask Vox Singing Academy. That channel is exclusively dedicated to just free singing tuition. There are hundreds of videos on there. Llana should go on to that channel and have a look at a scale or a video. I don't know what the title of it is, but it's called a vowel scale. So if you look that up in the search bar, you'll be able to find that. And that will go over the 5 vowels. And the 5 vowels are E, C, Ha, Sol, U. And Llana needs to go to these right mouth placements when she's singing these. Now, this is one of the foundation scales that we give at Vox Singing Academy, all of our students. We customize all the scales to our students' skill level, genre, and needs with what they're doing with their voice. But we have about 5 to 6 foundation scales that we give everyone. And this is one of them, because in every single song, your mouth, all it does is it goes from one vowel to the next, and it's got to go to the right vowel mouth placement to sound fantastic. So I'm just going to reiterate that point again. When you're singing, all you do is you go from vowel to vowel, and your mouth has to go to the right vowel mouth shape all the time. So if we go to a wrong mouth shape, it will sound a little bit odd. Now, I'm just going to take it back here a little bit. I'm actually just going to grab a drink here. I've had too much tea here today. And I'll take it back. I'll just give Llana a couple of examples of this here, and I will stop it. Okay, so I'll take it back about here. Okay.
Back at me, why is my reflection?
There. She was going, reflection. And it needs to be reflection. That sound, it's a that's the vowel, reflection. And Llana's mouth is reflection. It was just a little bit down. It wasn't entirely incorrect. It just wasn't smiley enough on that. Okay, so it needed that smile to get right on top of the vowel there. Okay. There, it's the I. Now, Llana would be a bit better to just do I instead of I. You can see her mouth placement right here is I. And if we smile on this, hear the brightness. I. You can hear it. It's I. So that's just one little thing here. And again, we have a rule at Vox Singing Academy that is called the less down low, more up top principle. So when we're singing down low, we use our mouth less. Pardon me. When we're singing up high, we use it bigger and more, because we don't want to be singing low, for instance. When I find myself in times of trouble, like this, and overdoing your mouth. When I find myself in times of, although it's going to sound contrived. So, when I find myself in times, but when we're singing up higher, let it be, we're going to use the mouth more. Because if we go, let it be, the sound's not going to come out. So, we need to have a more open mouth placement. Hope that makes sense. I'll keep on going through this and I'll pick out a couple little things, but that's the number one point here. As I said, she's got a really beautiful natural tone. I think her vibrato is going to be a lot better when she stands up and activates that core and that diaphragm with some breathing exercises. But it's really, really great. Her pitch, number one, fantastic. So number one point when we're singing is to make sure that we're in the right key and singing all the notes in pitch and in key. And Llana is, and her pitching is fantastic. So she's already got that skill down pat, which is great. Let's keep it going. Even that no, it probably should have been no, because that's from the so or the o vowel. And it was a bit, I don't know, instead of no, like that. Now I'm doing this an octave lower because this is very high. And I'm sitting on a very low chair here, so my knees are nearly up against my chest here because my tripod is very small. But yeah, just that was just a very simple one there as well.
Somehow I cannot
just that reflection show there. It was a little bit belty as well too. We have a crying technique that we use, and it's when we're singing up higher, let it be, instead of let it be. So do you hear the difference? The first one I put a cry into it, the second one I belted it out. It's got a little bit belty then. So there is a technique called a sobbing or a crying technique that we try to put in to the voice, and it sweetens the voice up and it takes that rock edge away from the voice. So again, that would be my second point that I would give to Llana as well too, is when she's going up higher, let the sounds go back into the hard or soft palate. Now, if you don't know where your hard or soft palate is, put your finger to the roof of your mouth. That's hard palate. That's where the bone is. Roll your finger back until it goes to soft. And that's soft palate. We want to put the sounds back in the soft palate when we're singing up high there, and put a little bit of a sob into the sound, and that'll make the sound tone sound a lot better. It's just a little bit on the edgy side here, when I know that this song, the original version of this song, is done with a sobbing technique. And that who I am, that was nearly who I am. Again, who I am. So again, with that A-E-I-O-U scale, when I give that to my students and they practice this A-E-I-O-U scale, generally in 5 to 10 weeks, which isn't long, their mouth will generally start going to a lot of the right mouth placements by themselves. So that just happens after repetition and practicing, and them looking into the mirror and practicing songs. 5 to 10 weeks, all of our students will get amazing results by doing the A-E-I-O-U scale. And that's why it's one of our foundation exercises we give all of our students. I'll keep it going here.
When will my reflection show who I am inside?
Well, I'm back to the start again. Look, I really thoroughly enjoyed that version. I really love Llana's personality. She's obviously got some really great parents that have raised her well. She's got a beautiful, bright, happy, bubbly personality. And I'm sure that she's going to have an absolutely fantastic career if she works hard and dedicates herself. Her voice is great. It really is. It just needs those couple of tweaks. Now, obviously, her voice is going to develop. If she's 13 or 14, her female voice gets thicker and stronger in the next 9 or so years. So her voice will get a little bit stronger with the estrogen going through her body. They're the main points, okay? So again, when I'm working with my students, I generally pick out the 1 or 2 main points, and then the 3rd and 4th point I'll work on a little bit later, but they're the 2 main points. Just getting the mouth working, the better pronunciation, the A-E-I-O-U scale is the key for this girl to have an exceptional voice. Now, she's not far away from it here already. Crying technique up top, using the mouth, getting that support working, and just working hard, starting to write some songs. I know that around 14 years old, Lady Gaga started to write some of her own songs, same with Amy Winehouse. So start doing that, Llana, and I hope to see you performing and a huge performer one of these days, and I'm sure that we'll see her one of these days. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I hope that you've liked this reaction video. It's a little bit different to what I normally do. I've gone into a lot more detail about technique, and I'm sure that a lot of people will learn from this particular video, and not just Llana as well too. I want to thank Joe as well too over there in London, and I hope that everyone's liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up, click like and subscribe, and as I said, if we could help you or someone that you know with their singing, please check out the links below. We have male and female teachers teaching here in beautiful, cold today, Melbourne, Australia. We also give online singing lessons 7 days a week worldwide. And if face-to-face lessons aren't your thing, please check out the Ultimate Online Singing Course, all in the links below. But the most important thing, please be good to each other. Live every day as if it's your last, and enjoy your singing and enjoy your music and enjoy your life. And until the next reaction video, peace and much love. Bye-bye.